Okay, I went to a swap meet recently, and this guy had a box of Model A shocks, and some of them are more complete than others, and they're all pretty rusty. So I think I paid $20 for all of them. Oh, there's another one, 12. So it was like a couple dollars a piece, and I figured maybe I could put several of them together into a functioning shock absorber. Yeah, I had some others that were really rusty and have been trying to clean them up. So maybe between all these various ones, I can get maybe at least one set that is functioning and work, and maybe two sets. So, anyways, enjoy. When I open these, you can see inside of this is so totally seized. It should have a control lever and ride in there and swivel back and forth like that. And this one's totally seized. And this one, yeah, they put various kinds of oil in here, and some of them, it looks like it's just dried up and turned into a hard mass, and it's just going to be really difficult to get out. Like this one here, I started chiseling it. I thought it was just dirt, and it is a lot of dirt, but it's also whatever they had in there, like the oil. Some people say use linseed oil, some people say 30 weight oil, hydraulic oil, and you know, it's some form of liquid that when you fill it through the little plug here, and have the plug at the top so you can fill it with the fluid, and then as this goes down the road, it has to push the fluid back and forth, so it makes it more difficult to it dampens. You know, these are more like dampers for shock absorbers, and but so it's just any kind of fluid. You know, I think the hydraulic fluid would have been best, because then it wouldn't seize up like it has. And like on this one here, you could actually see the holes right here and here and here, and that would allow the fluid that is forced back and forth to squirt from through these holes, and depending on the placement of the holes and if they're plugged or not. This one actually has a nice surface on here, like machine surface, and this is not too bad a shape compared to the rest of it. And I just have to make sure all these holes are open. This lever is not seized up, but this one's totally seized. I tried to beat it with a hammer and it won't move. So, yeah, and just have to take these apart and clean off all the rust and build up, and see if I can get them to function again. Okay, I finally got one apart that actually has the valve in it. Let's see, where's trying to get the valve out, and these shafts are hollow. See the light through there, right there. And you saw me earlier trying to drill one out. The best one I have here, you can see, that it's hollow through there. And another one, I guess the pin broke off inside. So this actually screws in, and there's a double set of threads. So you have the outer kind of bushing holding it in, and then this actually brings the valve in and out. This second set of threads, the second set of threads brings this valve in and out, and that adjusts the amount of dampening. So that screws in. The hole in the bottom is the amount of fluid that can move back and forth. So finally got one apart that has the valve in it. Most of the other ones, I think the valve's either snapped off inside or they're just frozen stuck. You can see the hole on the bottom here and the two grooves to where the fluid would squeeze through there and up and out. You can see on this shaft, it would squeeze through there, and come out this side. So it would move as these kind of like pistons would move through. It would force the fluid through and out the other side. It's basically just moving fluid from one side of the chamber to the other, which is why you have to use the right viscosity fluid and oil, because you want it to where it would act the same, whether it's 10 degrees out or 90 degrees out. You have to adjust these little valves, otherwise reach up under there and change them. That's pretty cool. I got a valve out finally. Alright, back to work. Okay, so I've been through about 20 of these shock absorbers, and I got about 8 of them apart, another three or four that are somewhat apart, and just the control rod is just seized in there. And what I'm thinking, I'm gonna let them sit and soak a while, but I probably need to get, I don't have, my propane torch is empty and my acetylene torches are in storage, so I think heat is the answer. So, and some of these others, I can't even get the covers off. I have a very large pipe wrench and a vise, and they're just seized on there. So once again, I think heat is the answer for that. It sort of looks like they put pipe dope or something on the threads so that I guess it would seal up better, but I think that also made it seize up. So 2, 4, 6, and some of them, the inner caps are like a just a regular bolt, and some of them have this little setup that is hard to get a wrench on. And I can see on the other one where somebody took a chisel, tried to beat it off, but once again, you know, it's right here is where it has to come apart, and it's just rusted and seized together. And some of these, I thought some of them, there it is. The actual, the lever is, lever control piece here is loose, but I can't get the cap off. And then others, it's just totally seized up. And a lot of these, the dampening valves, you know, they'll break off, and then if you can't get them out, it's really, you can't really do a whole lot with it. You know, you'd have to drill it out, try to use an easy out on it, and try to get that valve out of there. Let me pull a valve out and show you. So that's what the dampening valve looks like. It just goes down that center shaft, down in the shaft, and it allows the fluid to pass through and go to the other side. So it just screws in like that. It's actually has a bushing on here and then this operates separately, and it has to have a little washer in here to keep the fluid from coming out. You know, if there's fluid coming out, you're dampening. That's why there needs to be a bushing right there, some form of. But on this one, somehow it got broken off and seized in there, and would have to be drilled out. And I don't know how hard it is to get another control shaft. This one here, it's broken off. So lots of parts and pieces. I'll just have to see about getting the rebuild kits. So I got another control valve. And on this one you can see the little bushing material. It's kind of furry right there. And I don't know if you can see it like that. So I got several pieces, and some of these, they use this lock ring to put that on there. Then you screw the cap down, and then it locks in place. And then they actually have like little wires that jam the threads. So some of those are more difficult to get off with that lock ring on there. Anyways, that's about it. And on the Model A shock absorbers,